Timer start.
Okay then, I'm ready. Oh wait, hold on. 3, 2, 1, start. Okay, so I'm guessing the one name that won was Arsebutt, so...
Yeah. An amazing name, if you ask me.
So this is the 1998 classic Jade Cocoon story of the Tamamayu, which is probably the most obscure of the monster raising RPGs ever, if you ask me. There was only one sequel, and it wasn't very good. This is basically like a cult classic when it comes to games. And you play this guy called Levant who lives in a tribal village. And if you want to know what this world is like, it's basically like Pokemon if Pokemon was set like 10,000 years before. You know, they don't have any of that great technology. And for the longest time, there were quite a few glitches known about the game. However, I really shouldn't click that. There we go. But none of them were useful for speedrunning. And last year I was casually running the game, and I was running the game, and I accidentally discovered that. Sorry, this is the only voice acting you'll hear in the game.
It seems as though he was stolen by a Navi woman, and he ran off. His son is still sleeping.
This whole time.
Too young to become
Well
a
done.
balloon master. Run away, will you?
So yeah, for the longest time there weren't any useful glitches, and I was running it, and I found that when you get into the game is separated by these different forests, and each of the forests has has a set amount of rooms which have all have transition loading zones basically between them. And I found that there's an item that you have in the game called the Hunter's Earring, which is for its intended use is to just teleport you out of the forest. However, if you use it, if you use the Hunter's Earring while traveling through one of the transition zones in the forest, you can get sent to different parts of the forest, basically. And that will... It's not like the hugest glitch in the game, but it can allow you to skip various conversations with NPCs, and it will allow you to get past a bunch of monsters that you would have to encounter. So I use that quite liberally throughout the run. Before the glitch was discovered, the best time available was 1 hour and 8 minutes. And that was by a runner named Caveman and a bunch of letters. I can't remember what they are. And using...
DJ?
Yeah, that's the one. The CJD or whatever. And using the glitch, I managed to get it down to a time of 58 minutes and 6 seconds. So yeah, it's a whole 10 minutes faster than before. And more recently, I've discovered that there are more places I can use the glitch and skip even more parts of the game, which is good. So we're going to use that today, and you're going to see. I'm going to debut a brand new run.
Ooh.
So yeah, get ready, guys.
SS4C exclusive.
I've been.
Yeah, and by the way, the first 10 minutes is pretty much just button mashing.
Yeah, there's the split for the first 10 minutes of the game is just button masher, because all you do is mash X to get through text and speak to like one person.
Mash
So,
the story into tiny pieces.
and if you want to know that story, is basically humans are known as the beasts of knowledge, and they're cursed because gods are jealous of man's intelligence or something, and you have to. Basically, these creatures called the Onibubu are coming to attack the village, and the old lady there did a spell which put a bunch of people to sleep. And by putting them to sleep, she saves them from the curse. But you need to go find something called the Calamus herb to go wake them up. Yeah, and you get these little inter-commentary bits, which aren't that useful. But if you like button mashing and menuing, this is the game for you. I forgot to turn on W split and start my splits up, but never mind.
We've got your time. You
Yeah.
just have to retime if you get PB.
And how most games give you an adventure to go on and a princess to rescue, this game actually gives you the princess at the start of the game. So that's nice. So here we are getting married. And your character doesn't speak at all. He just nods and... In fact, that's all he does, is nod.
We must have some quite nice conversations then.
Literally, like, if you actually play casually and get into the story, it's just everyone talking at you the entire time. It's like, go on a quest, go collect this. You're the only one that can save us. At least Link can go here. The only way this guy communicates is with his flute.
That sounds kinda wrong.
Depends what one you're talking about.
Yeah, and this village has about 30 to about 50 people in it. And there's only one teenage girl for 3 teenage boys, so yeah, that's not very good.
That's all he needs to get ladies into the chat.
She hasn't got much, so you know.
Your father was a noble man.
And we're having another dream sequence here, which means we're gonna get wrecked by the Dream Man.
I hereby proclaim your coming of age. You are bright from this day forward. Treacherous girl.
And he's having a flashback going, no, it's not just another reactor! I'm afraid not. I hope people got that reference. And there is literally nothing you can do for the first 10 minutes apart from Match X. Go, Arspart! Yeah! I think Pokemon would have been a lot more fun if you could have actually, like, attacked the Pokemon yourself. Could you imagine, like, watching it for the Pokemon anime and having Ash run around with a knife stabbing monsters in the face? That would have been so much better.
Oh, a tiny little bee.
Not necessarily kid friendly, but interesting.
Sorry, does the game sound too loud now?
No, it's just like... I think it's because Matt was streaming it, it's loud for him.
Okay. I know, yeah, you win the first battle because there's not much you can do. The only other thing you can do is defend, but you take so little damage that it's faster to attack and just get killed. Even if you win if you hack the game and you win this battle, it ends and it's like you still end up defeated. But this thing here is known in the community as, oh, for bloody hell's sake. Okay, that's bad, because usually it's okay if monsters miss you, however, if this thing misses you, then it takes an extra turn. So that's bad RNG right there. So that's a great start. Yeah. This thing's known as Darkapatron by the community, because it looks exactly like one of the monsters I will be picking up later, except with a grey skin and orange wings. Arspot, wake up! Arspot! And now we are officially a Cocoon Master. Which means we're allowed to go into the forest and catch monsters. And your wife there is, she's like, unlike other monster games, you can't just like pick up the monster and use it straight away. You have to catch it and then take it to her for it to purify its soul, so you can summon it in battle. She's like, I'll be thinking of you. Nod. Alright, so before we go to the first forest, we have to pick up the key from this douchebag. And that's your best friend, who just came in and told you to give him the key. Okay, told Louis to give you the key. But we're not going to speak to him because we don't give a crap. He's got like a tragic story, but we ignore it completely. Like, this is a game with like full voice acting, and 70% of the data on the disc is voice acting, But thankfully, we turned it all off so we can get faster loads and stuff. Actually, no. There are certain areas where it will load the voice files, but I disabled them in the menu before the game started. So it will still load the voice files, even though it won't play them. So, I mean, yeah, that was some great programming.
Was any game then really well programmed though?
Alright, so this guy is Chorus. He's the blue Cocoon master, which he lives in the forest, basically. And this is basically your tutorial bit. He'll teach you how to become a Cocoon master, but the only thing we care about is capture. So we stab a Patron in the face, and we capture it.
And that's the only way to get it.
Yeah, this is actually the only place to get a Patron in the entire game. The fun thing is, if you have a pocket station plugged in, it gives you a different monster. Which is also unavailable unless you have anywhere else in the game. So we're going to say goodbye to him. And we are about to see the first instance of the Hunter Transit glitch. But first we need to get past two monsters. Monsters in the field you can see, and as long as you... Yeah, this is bad. Yeah. I can't help this. This is RNG. Sometimes it will stand still. Crap. I pushed the wrong button. Sometimes the monsters will stand still and you can run around them. And sometimes they'll walk forward and there's nothing I can do. But... this is bad. I really shouldn't have tried capturing it. Because it's like Pokemon, you have to weaken them. Oh my god, are you serious, game? I managed to capture a monster at full health. That never happens. Whatever, let's go. Our Sparta's our savior.
Is it the one that you needed to rename?
No. I wasn't supposed to capture that monster at all.
Oh.
Don't worry, we rename them when we purify them. What I was supposed to do was run from the battle, but I clicked the wrong button.
And still managed to catch it.
Yep. Alright, so you can see the transition zone there. We back up and just move slightly into it. And then run, and then Hunter's Earring. It says leave the forest, but because we hit the transition zone, it took us straight to the end of the forest, where we're supposed to meet Chorus. Straight to Chorus's hut. It saved us walking around in the forest and talking to and like getting into a bunch of monster battles that we just run from anyway. This happens after every forest. You come back to the nut hut here, and she like, "Hey, tell me about what happened." But we're not going to talk to her. She does offer to tell you the story of creation, but we're not going to. So we're going to get to the next forest now. Notice I haven't purified a Patron yet. It's because we haven't caught all the monsters that we need. I'm going to need those names in about a minute.
I've got them all.
I'm pretty sure it's just War Turtle and Ouija, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. Okay. So here's the second monster we're going to catch. This thing's called a Mardrag, and this thing is an absolute beast. We love Mardrag. But first, we got to stab it in the face a few times. Dum-de-dum. Stab the face. There isn't really much to say here apart from keep attacking. I have to keep attacking. I'm getting some good damage rolls though. As soon as Mardrag gets into the red though, it will start doing special attacks, so I have to heal once. Like if I wasn't in a marathon, I wouldn't bother to heal, I just try and capture it at where it is. But since this is a marathon, I want to play it safe. It only has enough MP to do 2 attacks. Cool, and it didn't get a critical on me. So we capture this. This is our second monster. And these are the only 2 monsters that we use throughout the entire run. Alright. We have a little celebration. And then, okay, now we're going to use the Hunter's Earring in the intended way and escape the forest. Because we gotta head back to the... We gotta head back to the village now and purify our monsters. And she's like, oh, using divine magic is so tiring. And literally this is the first time we've spoken to her. So I'm going to equip a Patron and Mardrag, and I'm going to view them. I learned... rename this minion. Name it Wartortle because that's my favorite Pokemon. And rename this one.
Ouija.
Is it W-E-E-G-E-E?
Yeah.
Cool. And we're done. Well, good luck. I'll be waiting here for you. Yep, I'm out of here. We go to the town shop because there's one item. This is something that wasn't done before I discovered the glitch. Because I have to buy 2 healing items. I buy 2 because it's safer. Like, I only need 1 in the battle that's upcoming. But just in case the enemy gets the thing I have to fight does a critical hit on me, it's safer to buy 2. Okay. So yeah, that monster's no longer there because I captured it. And there's another one sleeping there. Before, what you would have had to do is, like, walk past it and not wake it up. But thankfully, I can run past it now because I captured it instead. Picked up that skeleton key. Skeleton keys are used to open chests, and that one place there is excellent because we need it to open up a chest that's in the next room. As you can see, there's a bunch of monsters waddling around. One of them will get in our way in a minute, but hopefully he walks far enough so we don't have to encounter him. Okay, and in that chest was a very useful item called the Silver Crown, which increases the damage that my character does with magic attacks. But the only way to do magic attacks is with a monster or with items. Come on, move out the way. Move out the way, please. There we go. So, I'll equip the thing in a minute, because I need to back up here, because it's this transition zone. 1, 2, 3, 4. I'll equip the Silver Crown. Use the Hunter's Earring, leave the forest. Except not really. Because what you would have had to do, without this glitch, is go and fight a poacher who has a fairly strong fire monster, and then get the key off him, and then head all the way around to the other side of the forest. But we're going to skip all that, and just fight the final boss of the forest right now. Go, Arspot!
That'll be a lot of like 10 minutes gone just by getting through the final boss of the forest part.
Yeah. I mean, I had to reroute the game entirely because you're very underleveled without fighting like that other one, the poacher before. But it's okay because I managed to reroute it so it's efficient and it takes less time. Alright, I didn't get critical there, so that's very, very good. So this is where we use the Mugwort to heal up, because we need to do 3 magic attacks and then switch to a monster. Without the Silver Crown, this is impossible. Well, not impossible, you just have to do extra healing and extra stuff. Use extra items. So we summon Ouija! Ouija, I choose you! Alright. And we switch to War Turtle. We just wanted him to do one attack. Ah, it missed. That's not good. We got one more chance at this. Wow, really, game? Really? You're gonna get a double hit on me? GG the run.
Ouch.
Your luck is just the best, isn't it?
Yeah,
Marathon mode.
that can't be helped. I have a backup strategy, so that's okay. See, the level up system in this game works so that if your monster kills a monster that's the same level of yours, you go up one level. If it's one level below, it's half an experience bar. 2 levels below, it's like a quarter, and so on and so forth. So if you kill a monster that's a higher level than you, you automatically get leveled up to that level. And because Kikinak was level 6, I wanted a Patron to be level 6. However, that didn't happen, so I have to use my backup strat. Yeah, and we can't talk to her because she goes, "Hey, let's go outside and talk for a bit." Another side effect to using the Hunter Transit glitch is that instead of starting at the bottom of the forest, where you normally would, when you go to the forest gates, it beams you out of the forest that you just came from. Okay, so this is the spider forest, and this is the only forest where you don't actually have to fight any monsters. Like, there's bosses or anything. It's just, you have to go talk to a guy, and he says, yeah, I'll open the back entrance of the forest if you give me some treasure. So you got to come out of the forest, get him some treasure, come back, talk to him again, and then go to the back of the forest. However, the Hunter Transit glitch allows us to skip straight to the second part of the forest. And, okay, I didn't get hit by that thing, that's very good. That thing can sometimes catch you and kill you instantly. As can this guy, that's good too. So, and one of the things you're supposed to pick up this item called the Flute of Capture, or the Amulet of Capture, which allows you to capture the Divine Tree. I don't know what it does, but we didn't pick up, even though we didn't pick up the Flute of Capture, or the Amulet of Capture, sorry. As soon as you enter this bit, the cutscene starts and you capture the Divine Tree, except it all goes wrong, and the forest is basically turned to crap. Like, you notice it's all green and everything now. Once everything's captured, it all turns red. Yeah, that saves like 5 minutes not having to talk to the guy. Ooh, excuse me. Yeah, for some reason the chieftain thought it would be a good idea to try and capture the Divine Tree.
Capture tree.
And this is the guy you're supposed to talk to, and he's like, "What did you think you were doing?" I was like, "Dude, who the hell was that?" That is the only time we see that character in the game now.
Yeah, you just skipped a lot of talking.
Yeah.
Going back to the forest.
Like I said, I skipped like 5 minutes of dialogue. And now because we captured the Divine Tree and everything is going to crap, the village is like, oh my god, we better make a sacrifice to the gods. And the sacrifice they try and make is the old woman who like married you at the beginning of the game. And this scene always reminded me of, if anyone ever played Ultima 7, there was a scene in that game early on where you come across a guy who's been quartered like this and had his arms and legs and head chopped off. Anyone ever play Ultima 7? Or is it just me?
I didn't.
Okay. That's one of my favorite RPGs of all time. Only 90s kids will get it. So yeah, and now Garai turned everyone to stone. Just because. She's like, sacrifice me? Haha! Let's see what see how you deal with this.
Correct.
And everyone in the village has been turned to stone except... Oh crap, you know what I forgot to do, don't you? I forgot to heal a patron. So we got the key to the next forest. The final forest. And it turns out your girlfriend, or your wife, has been turned into a fairy. Hence the title Jade Cocoon. Funny thing about the title of this game is in Japan it's known as Tamamayu Monogatari, which translates to Legend of the Jade Cocoon. And the English title is Jade Cocoon Story of the Tamamayu, but of course Tamamayu means Jade Cocoon. So essentially the title is Jade Cocoon Story of the Jade Cocoon. So make sense of that one. You can go to all these places in the village, but everyone's just turned to stone anyway. You can't even like nick stuff from the shop.
User joined your channel. User left your channel.
So we're going to head into the last forest of the game, and I have to use some slightly different strats to continue, basically. Because my patron is supposed to be level 6 at this point, and it's not. Alright, so... Actually went the wrong way. I wanted to reset the monsters. There are certain transition zones where it will swap the element of the monster that's around. This one should be a Shulia. Yeah, Shulia, there we go.
Fire's name.
Cool, I didn't even remember to heal this thing. Ouch. Actually, I think I just want to die against this thing. Because I can get a free heal. Oh, I'm so stupid. Sorry, because the patron didn't miss that attack and got double attacked, which I've never seen happen before. Actually, no, I've seen the double attack, but I've never seen it. Not during that turn. So I'm sorry about this, but I'm gonna have to switch up my tactics. I should still be under the estimate, but yeah, that's one thing about this game is like there's no. There's nothing, you don't like get any punishments for dying. But I did get healed fully. All my monsters got healed fully and so did I, so that's one thing.
At least.
This is just bad luck, it can't be helped. Hopefully it's a Shulia again. Okay, cool. Sorry, I have to fight this thing because it's level 10. And I need Ouija to be level 10 for the next battle. Alright, it's done 2 magic attacks, that's good. This thing has enough mana to do 2 magic attacks, but its physical attacks are really, really weak. Oh my god, it missed again. Game, please, why are you doing this to me? Wow, really, game? What is going on?
Not getting any luck there.
No, this is just the worst. I've never had a run this bad since I started running the game. I just got critical hit! Are you serious, game?
Well, just saying that, how much did that new route that you mentioned save?
What? Can you give me a time check and I'll tell you? I
the
just got
time
killed!
at the moment-
Good
time at the
job.
moment's about 35 minutes, I think, but I'm gonna have to check that on the stream first.
This thing just killed me! I've never died to this thing before!
About 30 minutes, 30. something like
Okay, so we're still basically on... We're sort of on time for my world record, previous world record so far, but... Oh my god. Now, as-
Everything's going as bad as it can, actually.
Okay. At least we managed to level up War Turtle. Now, Ouija did die, but that's not too bad because I can pick up a revive here. And I want to go... I actually want to go into the hallway. That was really bad pathing. Okay, cool. I actually forgot to revive it. Alright, this thing's level 10 as well, so we can just kill this. Okay, that's excellent. 10 health. Go, R-Spot! Okay. We're gonna heal up Ouija and then we'll get back on track easily enough. So yeah, I lost serious amounts of time there. And I lost my crutch. But once this thing's level 10, we can just continue. Okay, cool. So, as I said when we were in the Dragonfly Forest, you have to, like, the intended route is that you go kill a poacher, get a, go get a key, and then use that key to get to the back of the forest. Now, this is basically the same kind of thing. I've got to go through this long-winded path, kill a poacher, and grab the key. But like I said, the poacher has an earth monster. And there's only 4 elements in the game: earth, water, fire, wind, and they go around in a circle. Like, fire is good against air, air is good against earth, earth is good against water, water is good against fire. And this thing has an earth monster, which would kill my war turtle, but it dies very easily to Ouija. So we're going to summon Ouija. And you don't actually need to kill the monster itself, you just need to kill the poacher to win the battle. But since he summons it first turn, there's like no way to avoid attacking the monster.
Yeah, not got a chance otherwise.
Alright, and hopefully we got good RNG and I can 2-hit Guy Goat.
We got the best RNG yet.
Oh yeah, okay, there we go. 2-hit on Guy Goat is good. Sometimes it'll have a slither of health left and you'll have to 3-hit it. I'm just going to weaken it with Ouija and then kill it with a Patron. Because these are both at level 11. So both of my monsters will be leveled up to level 11 now. Alright, okay. Poacher's dead. Okay, what does the time check say? And I can tell you if I'm ahead or not.
Time is roughly 35 minutes.
Yeah, that's 3 minutes behind world record. So, but, you know, can't be helped. Let's continue. Use the hunter's earring to get out the forest, because it's faster than walking back. One thing I really like about this game is the music. It's got an excellent soundtrack. Especially this forest theme. I love this forest theme. Alright, and I move there because sometimes the monster respawns and sometimes it doesn't. So I always move to run around it. Now we can avoid all these guys easily enough and get, yeah, there we go. We use the key that the poacher gave us. I'm going to go down here to collect an item which I will use for selling. Normally I wouldn't pick up the extra keys for selling, but I used my 10 die already, so what can you do? Marathon luck. I mean, there's been like 6 things that's happened already in this run, which would have been like instant reset if I'd been playing casually. I would have been streaming myself. So yeah, this game is literally button mash of 10 minutes and then reset. Because that's how it goes, because that's what RNG is like, and this is some of the worst RNG I've ever come across. I haven't yet finished routing exploring the game with the Hunter Transit. I'm just like using a route that I know works. Because there's only one instance that I found where you can go from one forest to another. And I will be using that later on. However, I'm fairly certain that there may be another place that it might work. Like, I might be able to break the game in a different way. And I haven't yet finished routing it, basically. So for now, this is the best we got.
Fine.
If anyone has any questions about me or my speed games or the game, feel free to ask in the chat. There isn't much to say here for the next 4 or so minutes because I'm just mashing through text. And going to a shop.
So what made you decide on this game specifically for running?
Basically, this goes for nearly all of my speed games. I pick up games that I played a lot when I was young. Like, you know, I played it. Most of my games are reflected, as you can see, like most of them are PlayStation titles. Because I had a PlayStation when I was a kid. This game I played a hell of a lot. I played Monster Hunter a hell of a lot. Dark Forces I played a hell of a lot. So I just basically, and I wanted to, you know, I wanted to play them. I wanted to play them again, but I was bored with the way the casual way of playing. So I thought speedrunning would be the best way to like challenge myself. And you know, and in doing so, I managed to find new glitches and new skips for all the games that I run, new strats, which probably may not have been come up with so before. I don't know what I'm trying to say, but yeah, it's basically just because I played it a lot as a kid and wanted to play it again.
I only ever say the way I picked it up being in a similar way. I mean, I picked games up that I enjoyed, but it could be just a game I enjoyed recently. It could be a game I enjoyed 5 years ago, whatever.
Yeah. I find most of the games that I play, like most of the newer games I play, have already been like speedrun and broken and glitched, and I don't feel like there's anything new to learn. Like I love Fallout 3 and Fallout New Vegas, but there's nothing new to learn in a speedrun sense. Like they're all pretty much optimized. I prefer not obscure titles, but ones that are less like popular in speedrunning communities. So yeah, these two, that's Mu and Ra, and one of them will basically purify monsters, and the other one's just the shop. And this guy's saying, you need to go collect the 4 elemental crystals and bring balance to light and darkness. Otherwise your village will be stoned forever.
That's good.
So yeah, we're gonna... I need to unequip that, equip that. Nope, I don't want to talk about weapons. Ask about supplies. So I'm gonna sell basically everything that I have. Except the excellent liquor, because I will be using that later on. And I buy a bunch of sleep spores, because that means I can get past a bunch of monsters instead of having to fight them. Buy Mirror of Devas, I'll show you what they do in a minute. Okay, I got 3,300, so I need... Wow, that's... Okay, so I'll buy... And a bunch of mugworts. So we buy our only other weapon in the game, and that's the little bird here. And we need it because it increases our speed. As well as... Oh no, I need to sell the silver crown. And we buy a sparrow ruff, which will also increase our speed. And we're left at 188. Which I could use to buy another healing item, but I'm not going to bother, because, I mean, I've got loads. And now it's back onto the second part of the game. And the second part of the game is basically the same as the first part of the game, where you run through the same forest, but with the palette swaps. However, they've got stronger monsters, obviously, and I use the Hunter Transit glitch in slightly different ways. I mean, I use it the same way, but I use it in different areas to take me to different parts of the forest. So, to grab the 4 crystals, what they want you to do is go to each of the netherworld forests and fight a boss, and then grab the crystal from them. Because basically each one of the bosses has... it's hard to explain. Basically, like they feed off the negative energies of the people you know throughout the game, and if you've been paying attention to the story, then it would make a lot more sense. But all we can basically say is, the bosses are annoying because there's thankfully because of the Hunter Transit glitch, I managed to. There's one boss that I will be skipping. But I had to reset the monsters there because I want to fight fire. These can either be fire elemental or water elemental, and I want them to be fire elemental. Because I need to level up a patron to level 12. Because level 11 cannot beat the next boss, but level 12 can quite easily. And I missed! War Turtle. Okay, I miss like 25% of the time against Patamanti. It just has a super high speed stat. Alright, so we're gonna use a liquor, heal my monsters, use another sleep spore because it would have worn off by now. This is like the bits of the forest that you didn't see because I skipped them earlier. Like there's path splits and there's all these monsters. And for the longest time, I thought that the forests were just palette swaps, but there is slightly different programming in them. So I'm going to use a Hunter Transit here. I need to be completely obscured by that tree. Move forward, and it should take me to the back end of the next room, which it did. Excellent. So, now we gotta fight the boss. That's Chorus's hut. That's what I basically warped into earlier. Mashing through the dialogue. And these bosses are so like they've got deep storylines, as you can see from the one line of dialogue that we skip. Alright, so we're gonna use the Mirror of Deva on War Turtle. The Mirror of Devas are they protect from status ailments. There's three status ailments in the game possible: Petrify, Poison, and Sleep. This thing and each one of the three bosses that you have to fight does a different status ailment. This one does Poison, and it's got this thing's got 3 attacks. Alright, this is good. We want it to do the fire attack because it's the weakest. It also has a poison attack, which I said, but that does 70 damage and can kill you in 3 hits. And the other attack it has is an MP draining attack, which is horrible because it means I have to like heal. What we really, ideally what we want it to do is just do fire magic, fire magic, fire magic, but I've never had it do that ever. No, see, it's draining my MP now. So the only thing I can do here is defend once, because defending brings up your MP. Okay, and I have enough health to withstand a poison attack. One good thing about this is the bosses cannot critical you. So I have to switch back to Arspot and heal up a Patron, or what I was also say. And use my excellent liquor, which of course is right at the bottom of the list. Yeah, poison is kind of annoying in this game because it will damage you before every turn. Now, as long as it doesn't MP drain us, we should be fine. Yeah, we just need to attack it one more time and it's dead. Yeah, you should see that did 71 damage. Okay, cool. One thing about... Ouch! Critical hits. Nice. I have just had the worst luck this entire... And I missed. Fantastic.
You're doing so good.
Oh, dude, the RNG is real. Sorry. Didn't have my hand on the control pad. Okay, I need to hit this thing 4 times with Ouija. As long as I don't miss once, I should be alright. I don't know about you, but I think there should be like a mechanic where anything that hits Mardreg should damage that monster. Because this thing's jumping straight into my horn. And as you might have noticed, the monsters do actually grow, as they grow in level, they also grow in size. But that was quite good because I got myself a Tendai there, which is a revive item. All of the bosses can drop a Tendai. It's a common drop, but it doesn't happen every time. But I had to use the one I got earlier because, as you saw, I failed at killing Kikinak. And a side effect of using the Hunter Transit glitch is my character is now invisible here. Because he comes out the forest and he gets on one knee and talks to the guy. So you can still hear his footsteps. And they're like, you're showing him the crystal. And he's like, yeah, get lost now. There we go, there we are. We're not invisible anymore. Alright, back into the second forest. The second forest is basically like the Dragonfly Forest. It's the Netherworld Dragonfly Forest. And at the end of this forest, we have to fight the Wind Boss. And the Wind Boss is absolutely horrible because it has a sleep attack which it can use straight away. And if you get sleep, then there's a very low chance of actually waking back up. So I'm going to heal up here. Use a sleep spore. And the Wind Boss is in the same area as Kikinak was. There's no way to avoid that. I have to fight at least... I have to like encounter at least 3 monsters because they're so fat they get in my way. There's no way to run around them. This is the second one. Has the thing gone offline?
No, it's should still be online. It's still online for me.
Someone says, is this offline event? I don't know. Okay, never mind. I thought, crap.
Oh, no, I think I know what you mean.
Okay.
No, this is an online streamed marathon.
Oh, yeah.
It's not done at a particular venue.
Yeah.
People, like, we restream other people.
You scared me there, dude.
I was confused for moments.
Okay, we got one Magoo. Sometimes you can get one, sometimes you get two Magoos in this encounter. And I got run away the first time anyway, so it doesn't matter. That's good. Okay, so when I said earlier that I thought that they were programmed exactly the same, just with palette swaps, they're not. Because this forest has a very interesting transition point, which doesn't work in the vanilla forest, in the first forest you come to. However, you come down this little spiral room here, and I want to tap. Hopefully I did that right. Come on. Yes, excellent! We skip the rest of the forest and head straight to the final forest of the game. So yeah, I don't have to fight the wind boss anymore. Like I said, the wind boss used to be a big run killer. And this is the final Hunter Transit of the game, as long as I got it right. Yep. Okay, I need a spiral. Hopefully, there's one monster I'm looking for in particular, which I need to fight and kill before. Okay, this'll do. This guy. And even though fire elemental is strong against air, Spiral doesn't have any fire elemental attacks. So what we need to do is we need to kill this guy because he just gets in our way. Switch to War Turtle. There is method in my madness, trust me. Because I can't damage a Spiral with Ouija. As long as we don't get a critical hit. Okay, good.
Oh, don't say that.
You jinx it. You've had the marathon look already.
Yeah.
We can continue.
Okay, we kill Spiral Ouija. We go from level 15 to level 18. Alright, I need to heal up these two. Oh, I didn't get... I thought I got a 10 die. Or did I just miss it in the menu? And I'm going to try and manipulate this guy so he's not in my way. Okay, excellent. Now we just have to run away against this thing. Because there's no way to move out of his way. Now as long as I get the runaway, we're good. Excellent. Okay, now we're on the final boss of the game. Or the second to final boss.
It's still the next.
Shut
world
up,
record.
you. Oh wait, world record. No, it won't be world record because this section here takes like 8 minutes.
Oh, okay.
Because there's lots of dialogue to click through. And this guy's like, humans ruined everything! And we didn't speak to him at one point during the game. So this boss takes advantage of the darkness in your girlfriend's heart. Like the first boss was the darkness in Chorus's heart, the blue Cocoon Master. The wind boss is your best friend who you don't speak to in the speedrun. And the third boss is the darkness in her heart because she's like, I'm only a teenager. Why did you force me to get married? I do love you, but blah 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 blah. Who cares? And here we go. Now there's only one thing that can go wrong in this match, and it rarely happens. But I'm not going to mention it. First off, we use the Mirror Deva because this thing is a Petrify attack. Petrify is an annoying status because it makes you, it lowers your accuracy by like 75%. So Yeah, we do not want that at
No,
all.
I knew.
And I have to get 6 special attacks on Delphinel. And I only have 56, and it takes 10. So at one point I do have to defend. This is actually an interesting boss, because it can do, like, all the other bosses only have 3 attacks. This thing has 4. It has a magic attack, it has the petrify attack there, which I'm protected against. It has a stomping attack, like where it stomps down on you. And I'm hoping it will do it at some point. I want a special here, don't I? Okay, now I want to defend. Okay, cool. Okay, it's got an attack where it stamps on your face, and then it's got this weird attack which doesn't do anything. It just like does a little stomp, but doesn't actually attack you. It's not going to do it this time, so never mind. Okay, we're good.
Don't forget to heal in between fights.
Yeah, that happened during my world record run. I forgot to heal after this fight, but I still got very lucky. So I get smacked in the face. Let's switch to War Turtle. The final boss is actually fairly easy. As long as I remember to heal. Now I'm gonna get 2 attacks on it because I'm a lot faster than the Earth boss. Nice. Earth boss down. Now we have one more boss to do in the game, and that's the chosen one of darkness, because you're the chosen one of light. Ooh, that was bloody close. Okay. I was mashing there because I was talking. But yeah, I managed to heal. You're the chosen one of light, and earlier it said in the game that your father disappeared when you were a kid because he didn't want to bring on the curse of the monster purifier. Because if you it's like if you purify monsters, it's like curses your body, and you might notice Mabu having to wear more and more clothing as the game went on. Like she had a shawl by the end of it before she turned into a fairy. And basically your dad didn't want that to happen to his wife, so he left. Went on his own journey. But it turns out, surprise, surprise. And even though, even though I didn't collect the wind crystal from defeating the wind boss,
You have it there.
I have it right here. It's in my pocket. I just forgot. I had it all along.
What a waste of time having to go and get it then.
Yeah. I think the ultimate speedrun of this game would be like the ability to get to the Netherworld Spider Forest from the beginning of the game, but
Yeah.
I haven't found a way to do that yet. There should be about 3 more minutes. Like literally the final boss takes a minute and a half, and it's just a bit of dialogue to mash through. So, we gotta fight the Dream Man. You remember how he wrecked us at the beginning of the game? But notice how he's wearing the same clothes as you? I wonder who he could be. Of course, if you got the voice acting on, it's a giant clue that it's actually your dad. But, sorry, I shouldn't have spoiled it for everyone.
Damn.
Who was interested in the intricate storyline?
Can't play it now.
Okay, so we
Story's ruined.
summon Ouija. And like all the other bosses, they have automatically put on the arena an elemental affinity, which means like that elemental does more damage if you attack with it. Kashidra is the only monster in the game who changes its own element. And as you can see, it changes it to earth to start off with, and now it changed it to air, so it does air attacks. And then it will change it to fire. That's not good. We really want Kashidra down half health before it switches to fire. But we're still alright. The fire is still weak against water, as you know. we switch into water. Now, usually what happens here is we can get Kashidra down to half health before fire, and then we switch to Apatron when he does fire. But for some reason, he was very. Now he's going to change again. Okay, no, he didn't change the arena. That's... Wow, what? Okay. I'll have to use Ouija. Oh my god, this is... I have had the worst luck ever.
Go Green Mario.
There we go. Now, Chosen One is super fast, but we should be able to... Nope, I missed. I'm gonna have to switch. I'm gonna switch to Arsput. I'll switch to Arsput, I use my Tendai, heal up War Turtle. Now, because the elemental affinity of the arena is water, it means I can 2-hit Chosen One. But yeah, he is super fast, so he gets like extra attacks. So yeah, if you want a fun drinking game to this, just take a shot every time one of my monsters misses or I take a critical hit. Because, yeah, you will be drunk. And we're done time, sorry.
Doing it.
I should have said...
Oh.
I was talking too much. Yeah, the time is done on the final hit on Chosen One. I'm guessing that was like a 106.
A 101.
Oh, 101, that's not bad. That's still not bad. There's...
101.36.
That's not terrible. I mean, that's okay. Yeah, it turns out Chosen One was your dad. Like I said, the timer ends at the final attack. Because, like, after that, it's only dialogue mashing and a little cutscene and then the credits.
Matos failed us. He's a bit late. Doomed us all.
And apparently we had this dragon summon the entire time, but I don't remember seeing it. See, that's so bad, so unfair. Like, your dad gets a guitar as his musical, like, magic weapon, but we had to use a stupid flute. Oh well, that's the end of the game. That is Jade Cocoon. I'm sorry that it screwed up so much earlier, otherwise it would have been a lot more skillful, but I think I pulled it back in the end. Thank you everyone for watching.
We're still entertaining, so...
Yeah.
As long as it's up, then it doesn't matter.
I will be continuing to run this game at some point, because I haven't finished breaking it. Yeah.
There's more to break.
I'm hoping to find a way into the Netherworld Forest before, like, everyone gets turned to stone, so I can skip, like, huge sections of dialogue.
Could have done like half an hour.
Yay, everyone's better again. It's like, dude, I was so stoned. I'm not taking mushrooms again. Well, thanks again for watching, guys. I will see you in the future.
Alright.
When the four divine barriers are dispelled,
If you want to quit your stream now,
power
well,
of light and darkness